We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. So that beautiful document, the Declaration of Independence, is the foundation of the creation of the United States, and also is the legal precedent and moral precedent of the social contract of Ancapistan. And this ability to walk away from a bad deal, from an oppressive state, from an abusive partner is really what we're dealing with. And it's the foundation of liberty. That's the foundation of freedom. The whole concept of treason is abhorrent, it's disgusting, and it's morally incorrect. Treason only exists if you use violence to bring down a government. The social contract of Ancapistan is not treason. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about creating parallel systems, creating competing systems, peacefully competing systems. And by doing so, we can immediately solve such a large host of systemic problems, because we're creating a new system. That's why the systemic problems get solved. For example, I'm just going to run over a few quick ones right now. Absentee property, huge problem in my locality. Corporations cannot own property, so you can't hide a bunch of property within some LLC shell corporation. Only Ancapistan residents can own real estate, right? This prevents outside sources like corrupt people in Washington, D.C., or Chinese billionaires, or all of these things coming to a town, coming to a city, and buying up all of the real property and impoverishing the residents there, and taking things out of their sovereignty and out of their control. UBI. This is perfect welfare reform and Social Security built into one brilliant system that slowly builds over time into your old age. So as you age, you can work less hours and less hours. And younger people have a lower UBI, so they can work harder and build skills and build savings and all this stuff. So yeah, this replaces Social Security as well, and it's just so elegant. Like the whole thing, you work 5 days a week, starting from 20 to 65, you work 5 days a week. And then at 65, your Social Security kicks in, it goes all the way to 100, and then you retire and you never have to work again. Like, who came up with this system? Who invented this, and why do we all follow it? Doesn't make any fucking sense. So, overpopulation, right here, right? Overpopulation is solved. Real estate monopolization through the progressive landlord tax is solved. Legalization of drugs, the drug war, is solved. The people owning the means of production, right? They pay they pay a progressive kilowatt hour tax. So this electricity tax solves, ownership of the means of production. So all of these things, getting rid of the legislature, right? The multi-round caucus system gets rid of the two-party system. So the two-party system is fixed. And then all of these things, the immigration, right? The city-states and immigration, that's solved. The whole immigration debate is solved. All of these things are solved. Oh God, I forgot the vegan taxes. So the veganism debate is solved. All of these things don't even exist as a problem anymore. It's really incredible. This is all possible because of the Declaration of Independence, because of the ability to walk away from a bad deal, a bad relationship, and to create your own. You have a blank slate. You have a pen and paper, a pen and a blank sheet of paper to do anything your heart can dream up, anything your mind can dream up, anything you desire. And that's exactly what I brought upon myself because of the divine law that is the Declaration of Independence, that is morality itself. The future of government is a free market of government, which is the foundation of voluntarist and anarcho-capitalist ideology. This is where, aka Ancapistan, this is where all of this came from. Why do you think I wrote this, right? Why do you think a Marxist has never written this, and they're still clinging to 150-year-old texts that were written 30 years before the light bulb was ever invented, and they don't have any concept of anything else other than that? They just read it like it's the Bible, like they're possessed monks or something, of a murderous ideology, a murderous totalitarian ideology known as Marxism. The future is voluntarism. The future is a free and open market of government services, of law. And as long as we focus on constitutions, as long as we focus on the social contract, we will see huge gains in freedom and prosperity for every flavor of human organization, of political organization. Because the monopoly on violence was always the problem. We need to break that monopoly. We need to embrace the Declaration of Independence, embrace the idea of anyone being able to write a constitutional document, a legal contract for a whole new government based on the Declaration of Independence, based on divine law and morality that we all know is true. We all know truth, divine morality, when we hear it, when we see it. And we just have to let go. You know, we've gone too far from pride to shame, and that's exactly why we need alternatives. If you want to live in the United States, that's fine. If you want to be part of the United States, that's fine. But you can't prevent people from leaving. You can't prevent people from starting and joining their own new systems, because you're holding back human progress. You're holding back social progress. You're holding back technological progress. And you're destroying the soul of humanity. You're destroying the future. And the future could be so great. It could be so beautiful. You just need to let it happen. People just need to step aside and let it happen. And it could all happen very peacefully, very quickly. And there's no grand dramatic revolution that needs to occur. It's really all in your head. The revolution always has existed in your mind, in your psyche. And that's the revolution I prefer. I don't prefer, storming the White House and all of this this terrible Civil War talk that the progressives are very involved in right now. Everyone's buying guns and all of this nonsense. None of that's necessary. It's completely unwanted. It's completely unwarranted. The answer lies in the Declaration of Independence. And I think and I hope that we can all agree on that. Thank you, and have a nice day. If you want to see a new and better world come to fruition, as I do, then like, share, and subscribe. You can find an incredible amount of math, knowledge, and 3D renders by clicking on the channel name. And remember, we need you to help spread this vision across the internet for all to see and become familiar with. Let us build this new world together.